What is going on, my fellow comic book readers, collectors, and enthusiasts alike? I'm your host, Alt, here at Control Alt Defeat Comics, and it is Wednesday, which means Happy New Comic Book Day. That is right. This is my new Comic Book Day vlog for Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. And we are going to get right on into this big fat stack, but before we do that, as we always do, we are going to go ahead and review my top 3 from last week. And coming in at number 3 from last week, we have got Absolute Batman. This is issue number 17. Phenomenal story in a phenomenal series. Coming in at number 2 from last week, we have got G.I. Joe. This is issue number 19. Absolutely amazing. Cannot wait for the next issue of this. It is gonna be so hype. But coming in at number 1, of course, we have got Ultimate Spider-Man. This is issue number 24, the finale of the Ultimate Spider-Man story. And it was great. I loved every second of it. So that is my top 3 for the week. If you want to check out my full thoughts and opinions on these, as well as everything else that I picked up from last week, go ahead and check out my new comic book review show that I posted the other day. Link in the description below. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into this massive stack. And at the top of the pile, as we have every week, is our comic shop news. This is issue number 2010 for Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. Now then, on the top of the pile, this week I have a trade paperback, and we have got Ultimate Incursion. Very excited to give this a read. Been reading through all of the Ultimate series, so trying to get myself caught up on all of the Ultimate stories and whatnot. So this is going to be one that I'm excited to check out. Now, we are going to get on into it, and my my most hype of the week this week is actually going to an independent comic, an Image comic, and that is going to be Void Rivals issue number 27. This is part 3 of the Quintesson War. Really enjoying this Quintesson War storyline so far. Next up on my most hype for independent comics, we have got Escape, issue number 6. This might be the finale of this series, not sure. Been really loving it, so I kind of hope it's not, actually. Next up for independent comics, we have got Skinbreaker. This is issue number 6. Really love this so far. The art on these stories in particular is just insanely good. The story is really good too, but the art takes it to another level. Speaking of things that are on another level, we have got the new Space Age, issue number 3. This is the first Mad Cave comic I've ever read, and I've been really enjoying it quite a bit. The story's got a lot of heart and soul and just fun. And it's got an interestingly different art style that I really enjoy. Next up for the independent comics, we have got Final Boss. This is issue number 4 here. This has been a lot of fun. Next up for independent comics, we have got Supernatural, issue number 5. Big fan of Supernatural, so been enjoying this comic series quite a bit. Then we have got Capes. This is issue number 4. We've got this and 2 more issues before we are on to brand new content. And the final book on the independent... Oh, wait. That was the final book on the independent comic list, I guess. Whoopsies. Spoiler alert, I guess, for the pick of the week for DC. My most hype of the week for DC is Absolute Wonder Woman. You already saw it, but yes, very hype. I love Absolute Wonder Woman. Every time that it is released, it ends up being my most hype for DC, and this week is no exception. Speaking of absolutes, we have got Absolute Martian Manhunter, issue number 9. This story is visually breathtaking. The coloring in particular on these issues has been so cool. And I've loved everything about these. Next up for DC, we have got a DCKO tie-in. This is Superman number 35. The Superman story might be my favorite of the DCKO tie-ins. It's either this one or the next one, which is another DCKO tie-in. This is The Flash, issue number 30. Really been enjoying these tie-ins. And continuing on with the DCKO tie-ins, we have Justice League Unlimited issue 16. This is not my favorite of the DCKO tie-in stuff, but it's still been a fun read overall. Next up for DC, we have got New History of the DC Universe, The Dakota Incident. I am quite excited to give this one a read. It is a one-shot that's meant to be, like a nice little a nice little, side issue to have alongside of the New History of the DC Universe. And I don't know a whole lot about, Virgil Hawkins outside of the old Static Shock TV show from Cartoon Network. So I am excited to read that to learn a little bit more about his story. And then rounding off the DC list for this week, only because I'm not caught up on the story, so I'm not exactly as hyped to read this because I am, quite behind on it. But we've got Green Lantern. This is issue number 32. That is the end of our DC books. Let's move on to Marvel. And my most hype for Marvel this week is the Ultimates issue 21. This is my favorite Ultimate Universe story that is currently ongoing. Before last week, it would have been Ultimate Spider-Man, but that is now over. So this is my my favorite ongoing Ultimate Universe book, and I'm really excited to read this issue. This story's been a lot of fun. Next up on the Marvel list, we have got Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral issue number 1, the start of this new story arc. I've been really enjoying Al Ewing's writing on this, so I'm very excited about this new crossover event. Then we have got the Infernal Hulk issue number 4, excuse me. This is a really fun story with some really killer art, and I believe this issue is supposed to be more centered around the actual character of Hulk, so that is incredibly exciting. Next up on the Marvel list, we have got The End 2099, issue number 3. I have been enjoying this story quite a bit, and I cannot wait to see where it continues to go. Next up, we have another Hulk book here. We have Hulk Smash Everything, issue number 3. The first couple issues of this were pretty fun. I liked issue 2 better than issue 1, so I'm hoping that this continues that same trajectory and continues to just improve in storytelling. Next up on the Marvel list, we have got Black Panther Intergalactic, issue number 3. I'm really hoping that this issue, I liked the first issue, did not like the second. I'm really hoping this one pulls me back into it. And then the last book on the Marvel list this week is going to go to Wiccan Witch's Road, issue number 3. I've been enjoying this so far. I'm not the most familiar with Wiccan as a character, so this is kind of not completely my introduction to the character. I know of the character and some basic backstory stuff, but this is the first time I've actually read a story with Wiccan as any kind of central focus at all. So, really, really hyped to give that one a read. But that is going to do it for this week's new Comic Book Day vlog. If you enjoyed this video at any point, please drop a like, comment, or subscribe. Any kind of feedback or commentary you can leave this channel is always greatly appreciated. I thank you so very much for checking out this channel. Subscribe for more comic book content to come. Thank you so very much for everybody who's subscribed to this channel. I've recently hit 43 subscribers. I'm well on my way to my 100 subscriber goal by the end of the year. So for anybody who has helped me get closer toward that goal, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so very much. And with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day, a fantastic week, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.